Nuremberg. As the driving force for development in the metropolitan region, the city takes its responsibility for climate action seriously. One point is at the top of the agenda. How can Nuremberg save energy in municipal buildings? For example, through better heat insulation. The city sees huge potential, especially in the structural improvement of its historic properties. To this end, a new energy management project was launched in the year 2000, which initially carried out pioneering work.
The
city of Nuremberg directly manages 1,300 buildings. 400 of these, or nearly 30%, are listed buildings and subject to Bavarian historic monument regulations. This leads to the special obligation of not only preserving the monuments, but reducing energy consumption. That means renovating and maintaining them in an energy-efficient way. This is possible with listed buildings, but it's not that easy. It's not that easy, because the exterior facade of many of the buildings cannot be altered. However, in order to improve the energy balance, the only option is to install interior insulation. This has hardly been practiced in Germany. There are great reservations, in particular the fear of moisture damage and mold formation. Nevertheless, the project managers decided to give it a go. We looked for a partner for the first project, which was the Dresden University of Technology. We planned the interior insulation with them, carried out simulations and installed sensors to prove that interior insulation doesn't cause any damage. The pilot project proved that there was no structural damage. However, well-thought-out planning, tailored for each monument, is essential. With the momentum gained from the pilot project, Nuremberg expanded the insulation project. At first only for individual parts of buildings, but the milestone came in 2004. An entire historical building was insulated from the inside for the first time, the old abattoir. Today, it houses a daycare center. I think it's a great project, especially having seen what the building was like before. It also functions well for those who use it. The interior insulation has proven its worth. We've had no problems with it. It's a good way of insulating listed buildings. In the meanwhile, through targeted energy management, Nuremberg has completed 30 interior insulation projects, both big and small, each with different requirements. Some of the monuments date back to the 11th century. The results are astounding. Around 120 tons of CO2 emissions are saved annually. Additionally, the amount saved on energy will increase the city budget in the long term. It paid off to tackle this challenge and to make the effort to fight against preconceptions, which is an enormous task. But it's also very interesting and great to see how others can participate and how we can pass on our knowledge. Nuremberg has shown courage and is receiving nationwide attention for its pioneering role. A pioneering project has led to a redevelopment concept. Today, systematically considering the possibility of interior insulation in every renovation plan is part of the everyday life of the city.